Hey, it's Param from Prospective, and today I'm going to focus on Prospective integration with TDengine. As you know, TDengine is a great time series database that's used for many different applications from IoT to smart grid to even web analytics, and it's very fine-tuned for streaming data, storing and analyzing streaming data. And Prospective being, again, a streaming, interactive, high-speed data analytics or data visualization platform, which really makes the integration, pretty handy. So what we're gonna do here or demo here is how you integrate Perspective and TDengine together. The example that I'm gonna go is up on GitHub, so I'm gonna post a link down below so you can clone the repo and go through it yourself. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up I'm going to run TDengine actually as a Docker container here locally on my machine. And I'm going to actually have a producer script that's going to start pumping data to that Docker container. And it's just going to generate random sort of like power grid data and insert that into TDengine continuously. And I'm going to have a server side component, and today I'm going to go this through Node, but there's also a Python example in the same repository, which in this Node application or backend server application, I'm going to continuously read from TDengine, so query TDengine, and then I'm going to update a perspective table, which I'll pump through, and I'm going to be able to view that on the client side or on the perspective viewer side. So that's the architecture: a Docker TDengine, a producer script that's going to continuously update that, a Perspective server script that's going to continuously query TDengine, and then the Perspective viewer on the client side. So let's take a look at what we have here in VS Code. So you see it's a simple Node application. I have my packages and I've installed my Perspective packages as well as TDengine package. I also have Vite here to serve everything up. And I have a few script defined here, which runs my producer script and the server script here. So let's come take a look at the producer script. What I have here is a simple TDengine application. So I'm going to generate again some random power line data. I'm going to generate current, voltage, and phase. I'm going to generate that for a few different locations. I create a TDengine connection using the WebSocket API. I create a database if it doesn't exist. I create a TDengine table. And I use the parameterized SQL to keep inserting into that table. And what I do here in my main loop, I'm just going to set up an interval. So I'm just going to constantly generate data and then insert that into TDengine. Now on the Perspective server side, as you can see here, again, I have the Perspective package imported and the TDengine WebSocket. And what you see here, I create a connection. I submit a query to TDengine, querying the table that I was inserting data into. I transform my data into a JSON array. I create a Perspective table, the corresponding Perspective table, and I serve a WebSocket, and I just go again set up an interval, but I keep querying TDengine and updating my Perspective table on an interval. So let's get everything running here. I also have a Docker script that just starts a TDengine Docker image. So first, let's come and start the Docker container. Now I'm going to run my producer. So just npm run producer, and that runs the producer script that I have. And I'm going to open a new tab. Now run my Perspective server. So npm run, I believe I called this WebSocket, and that's running my Perspective server. Let's also open another one and just run Vite itself, which allows me to view my index.html, so that Perspective viewer on the client side. So npm run dev. And I'm going to take this URL and let's come and open that here. And you can see my dashboard here. Again, This is the index.html inside that project. And these are data that's coming from TDengine, and you see it's updating in real time. And I can, again, interact with this. So I can, take off the group by. I can use a different group by here if I want. I can split, split by current time or whatever I have here. So I can impose my own queries on top of this. Now, this is using Perspective inside an HTML application, but I can also use Prospective. So if I come here in Prospective, and this is free to use, so you can go to Prospective. And if you have a login, there's also a TDengine connector here. So you can just use this connector to connect to a TDengine resource, submit your query, and pull your data and analyze it. Or you can use the Perspective server, which will connect to that Perspective server engine that we had and pull the data and analyze it that way as well.